Right. I had a fall 3 years ago, and I couldn't. I was not. The mobility was gone. I couldn't move my legs as I wanted them to. I couldn't climb upstairs properly. I. It seemed like as if my legs couldn't carry my weight. I had to go on a trip on a bus, and I had to climb up the steps of the bus, and I found that I couldn't put my feet one after another. I had to hold on to the rails of the bus and pull myself up for each step. And that was how weak my core muscles and my legs were. But after doing the kumbhak and the exercises and all that, I went on a trip just 2 weeks ago, maybe. I found that I could get on the steps of the bus, and I was so overwhelmed and exhilarated by it, but I just stepped up and went off. And I had a smile on my face, and everybody on the bus thought I was smiling at them, but I was smiling inside because I was happy to get up the steps by myself. And another thing is that I was able to walk properly without swaying. And, sometimes I go to church and come back from the service and come back to my seat, and I'd be swaying and holding the pews as I came along. It was not so good. And I thought, what am I doing? What am I doing? I just can't balance myself properly. But after the kumbhak, everything is fine. I really love the exercises. Thank you, Mr. Swami Ji. Really, really good explanation of what we're doing to ourselves. And to Reena Ji, who has explained everything so perfectly and so well, and that at the end of it, she says, any questions? And we have no questions, because everything has been explained so well. I'm really grateful for that. I think that is a wonderful idea for a lot of people. But when I tell them about it, they say, what? You don't take any medicines? No, I don't, because I used to take a lot of medication for my eczema, and they used to give me bags of steroids, packets of steroids and paracetamol and things like that. And I thought to myself, no, this is not going to work, because I know that steroids are not good for us. It stays in the body, and then it can help you, get Alzheimer's. And that's what I read. Perhaps it's true. So I stopped all the steroids, and I stopped all the paracetamols, and I don't have anything in my cupboards, because my helper who came to help me clean the house, she said, ma'am, I got a headache. Have you got a paracetamol? I said, no, I don't have any. I don't keep them. Listen, this is what I can do for you. I'll boil a cup of water for you, and you drink that hot water. That will solve whatever you have. Either it's constipation, lack of sleep, or, some other thing. And she looked at me funny, she thought, what is this, ma'am? She doesn't have anything in a cupboard. But that's a believer. That's my belief, that all these chemicals are not good. Every time I take something with chemicals in the ingredients, my eczema gets worse. I know it's a sign. It's a sign that something is wrong, that something is going in and not working for me. So I have, every time I get something from the shops, I look at the ingredients and I put it away. I said, no, this juice or this cranberry juice is no good for me, because it's got parabens and whatever, some undescribable items in it that I really don't know what they are. So I would say kumbhak has helped me regain a lot of my mobility, my agility. I started doing Bharatanatyam classes because I wanted to balance myself and get a bit of, agility. And I'm doing better now than when I first started. When I first started, it was difficult for me to even remember what I had to do with my left leg. My right leg would do all the things that the teacher said to do. And then when it came to the left side, I would, forget, or, not be able to. And I was so miserable. I said, oh my God, my left brain is not working as good as my right brain. I used to confuse myself with more things, and make myself so worried. But I know that Kumbhak has helped me to regain some balance in my life, balance with my feet, my movements, my regularity with, everything in my body, and I'm very grateful. I'm very overwhelmed by what I heard from Swamiji this evening, but I'm still taking it in, and it's a good testimony of what we should do to our body, how we should care for our body. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope more people will join in this Kumbhak. When I tell them about it, they say, oh, it's a scam. Don't go for it. Oh, when I first started this, it's a scam. It's this, it's that. There are lots of things on the internet now. Do this and you'll be well. Walk for 10,000 steps and you'll be well. But I believe that the body can heal itself. The body can heal itself. But the how of it, I didn't know. And now that I've heard of Kumbhak and all the exercises, all the different parts of it, the Vata and the lower regions and the Muladhara and all that, I really enjoy it and I really believe in it. I suppose one of the things that makes it work is when you believe in it and when you know that it's good for you. So I thank you so much. I hope that everybody will do something about, Kumbhak.